This is Congressman Pete Sessions. Good morning to you, Congressman. Happy President's Day. So it seems like neither side wants to budge on this. And as we mentioned, ICE already funded. It's agencies that directly impact everyday Americans like TSA, FEMA. Those are the ones that are going without funding. So how long do you think this thing drags on?
In fact, what you suggest, the longer this goes, the worse it will, the pressure will then build. But we've just finished a 42-day shutdown, and members of Congress felt firsthand the pressure, the ideas, the anxiety from the American people. We're now going to be dealing with an agency, with FEMA, that needs to be prepared for its year where there are storms that come, where there are fires that ravage places. And this is the time when they get their time together to prepare for that. This is a dangerous time for FEMA to be out. Now, TSA, I don't know what's going to happen, but I will tell you that the commerce of this country is alive and well in our airports. Our airports are full. We need the security that comes there and the certainty of that travel and the certainty of that security. So I vote yes, and we already know the problem. The problem is ICE. And so the people that are members of Congress are going to feel the heat.
Yeah, and we know that Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was confronted by CNN about essentially holding these agencies hostage, and he says the Democrats' demands are common sense. Take a listen to this.
How does the shutdown do anything to accomplish the goal of reining in Trump's immigration crackdown if ICE and CBP are not necessarily directly affected?
Republicans, go along with these common sense proposals, and we'll fund the whole DHS bill, the whole Department of Homeland Security bill. Just go along. Again, I cannot repeat enough. These are common sense. Police departments across America use them. We have a rogue agency. Why don't we rein them in? That's what the American people are asking Republicans, and that's why they're going to have to go along with us.
All right, so stop racial profiling, which isn't really happening, stop wearing masks, even if it's for the agent's safety. Do you think these demands are common sense? Is it really possible to negotiate here?
Quite some time ago, when we were in the midst of this, I talked about a balance that would be necessary, a balance that would be necessary to protect not only the federal agents in doing their job, but also the need for communities to come and to assist with that. The part of this is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. There are going to be people that are out there who vigorously get in the way of law enforcement. They have their masks on. See, they have their rights also. No, I think that we are not going to give in. We should not give in. And these federal agents that are doing the job that we've asked them to do and that 80% of the American people actually want them to do needs to be done safely.
Yeah, Congressman, now you mentioned the last shutdown that Democrats created, and there were plenty of people who thought they did it just for political theater, so they could use that for their No Kings protests. There are some who believe the same stunt is taking place for next week's State of the Union address by President Trump. I mean, do you think this is actually just theater for the Democrats?
Well, let me just say this. It's serious business. When you're dealing with the operations that handle the sensitive data, the fires that we have, FEMA, the Coast Guard, you're now talking about the mainstream operations that protect this country. No, I think that this is them being hijacked by the left and the tyranny that comes with that. They want to continue. They want the fights in the street. They want this scene to continue, and they want them in more towns around them. But the bottom line is that Republicans are common sense. We will not give in. We will protect the men and women of law enforcement again. And this is a serious act. So next week is the opportunity for the president to come and speak to the nation. And I would not want to tangle with the president under this circumstance, because the whole world will be watching. He'll pin the tail on the donkey.
Literally.
All right, Congressman Pete Sessions, great to start our morning with you. Thank you.
You bet.